Cimorelli single of 2025.
Yeehaw.
First of many.
More.
Guys, I know the past us would be like, all right, here's a song. Okay, see you in a year. Not this year.
We've changed.
We spent more time last year than we ever had on writing, and we were getting all these songs ready for you guys. You've seen on TikTok, Instagram, we have been previewing, whatever, promoting like all these little snippets of songs, like tons of songs. So you guys have been like a part of the process. So we have a lot of songs coming out. So this is the first one of the year. If You Knew Me Then, aka
All makes
I'm
sense.
the daughter of my mother's mother. If you've heard it, if you know. So
If
our new
you
song,
know, you
if you know, if you knew me. And this is our what do we call it? What's it called? Release party. There we go. Guys, you know what? I'm almost 35, okay? So I'm doing the best I can. So this is our release party. So we're going to tell you, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to tell you the agenda today. We're going to tell you how we wrote the song. We're going to do a lyric breakdown. Kat's going to read the poem. That was a big part of like the inspiration for it. And then we're going to show you the brand new merch coming out for this song. So it's going to be a really fun release party. So let's get into it. So guys, shall we start with, well, first we say we are so grateful. We are so grateful for you guys. You guys are the best, supporting us for so many years. I mean, now here I am, almost 35.
Almost 40.
Here I am, almost 40. Not
50.
Okay, not
almost
not
60.
quite. But it's like a new era for all of us, and our music is like a reflection of that, so it's really exciting. And it's just so cool that we still get to do like our dream job because of you guys. So first we have to say a huge thank you to you guys. You're the best. And why, we should tell them like why is it important in the first like 24 hours for streams? So if you want like stream extra, why is that important? Why don't you share it with the class?
It's basically like, okay, in the algorithms of Spotify, the more attention a song gets on that first day, that like sends information to the algorithm, I don't know, of like, oh, people like this song, so be more likely to like suggest it or maybe put it on playlists or things like that. So that first day of streams is important for the Spotify algorithm. And I think the other streaming services too, but I just know definitely Spotify.
Yep. Wait, why are you telling me to move? Why just move it?
Okay.
Because otherwise then I just... Okay, so guys. So there you go. If you have any extra time today, you're like, oh, I'm bored. And you're just like, you know what? I really want to help out the gals. I really want to... Oh, YouTube, hello. We're just moving this around, fixing it just momentarily. Guys, if you have extra moments today, you know, you're like, I want to help them out. Just do some extra streams. Send it to your family members, whatever. I don't know. I think moms would like this if you send it to
Honestly, yeah.
to your mom. I think a mom would like this.
Yeah.
Also, if you're close with
you.
your grandma, you will appreciate this song.
Yeah, that's true. We got some messages about that. So I would, if you want to support, there you go. It will really help us getting extra streams in these first 24 hours. So thank you guys so much. We're off to a great start with the streams. Compared to our last release, we already got the amount of streams we got in the first 24 hours on our last release in the first several hours, whatever. So thank you. You guys are the best. All right, so let's talk about how we wrote the song. If You Knew Me Then, if you're joining right now, it's the release party for If You Knew Me Then, came out today. So we're going to talk about that song. How did we write If You Knew Me Then? We did a full Cimorelli podcast episode on this. So if you want to watch like the long version, you can watch that.
Sorry, YouTube.
YouTube, the YouTube stream right now is getting quite the experience.
Quite the show.
But it's all
It's
coming
fixed
together.
now. Sorry, guys.
It came together. So guys, here's how we wrote the song. So in this very room we're in, this is like our big studio where we film and we write. And in, was it or October? Sometime of 2020. September, I want to say. Lauren was
I'm sick.
So us three gals, Amy, Kath, me, came in. Oh, and by the way, Lisa's not here at the stream, but Lisa is a part of this whole release. Lisa was posting on her Instagram. She's in the song. Lisa is fully a part of this whole era of Cimorelli, but she is supporting her husband through his cancer treatment, so she's not able to come in all the time like we are, but she's in as much as she can. So she is in the song. She's a big part of this, but like I said, she cannot come in all the time. She has a lot going on in her own home. Please keep Lisa, her husband, their family in your prayers. They appreciate it so much. Thank you guys. Anyway, so how we wrote, if you knew me then, Amy, Kath, and I came into the studio in September, and we decided we were going to try something different. We were going to try something inspired by like the old LA sessions we used to do, where, if you guys remember our song Million Bucks, you and me on a summer night. Do you know that song? I thought about that session. It was with this producer named Nephew, and he was sitting there going like, do, 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 playing like piano and making a track. And then we were sitting there like thinking of like lyrics and stuff, whatever. So I was thinking we should try a session on our own like that, where I'm producing and I'm putting a track together, and then they are sitting there writing lyrics, and then we all just see what comes together. So like in the moment writing a track, instead of like bringing something in or doing it on my own, we're like, let's just do it all like on the fly in the moment, basically just improvising, whatever. So I was making a track, and then what were you guys doing?
Writing
Tell
lyrics. No, we were
Tell
just
them loud so they can
talking
hear.
about what we
Guys,
wanted
don't
to
be
write
shy,
about.
don't be shy.
Well, I wasn't gonna talk over her. She just finished what she was saying. We were kind of like vibing, like just trying to get into the vibe of
The
what
creative
she had.
spirit.
She had a cool sound going on the keyboard,
And we're like, what is it about?
and I particularly was picking up a vibe. I just kind of felt this like energy of, it was very nostalgic, very like really like childhood. Like it made me think of our childhood, and it had this like sort of bittersweet quality to it of like
Yeah.
good and bad, like looking back on your childhood self and kind of like missing that version of you and the carefreeness that you felt as a child, but also like appreciating that, and then thinking about like my childhood self, like what would she think if she saw me now, and kind of feeling like this moment of like your childhood self is like reaching out to you, and you're like reaching back to her. That was the vibe that I was feeling. I don't know if you guys were feeling
Well,
that
we were
too.
talking about that before, and then Christina started making a track
Yeah.
that like reflected that.
We were talking a lot about like
Yes.
therapy and like generational experiences,
yeah.
what people have been through, how it affects you, like how our grandma's experiences have affected us in like indirectly. They end up like really affecting us, whatever. So we were talking about all of that, and then I never would have thought of putting that in a song before, because before really just thought about writing about relationships most of the time, I think. And we were really trying to like expand this time and just write about anything and not have
Like limitations.
limitations.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So we were like, let's just write whatever is like on our hearts.
Yeah.
Sound like a pastor. Let's write what's on our hearts.
I
So that's what we
mean-
were kind of going for. So then they were throwing out a bunch of lines. I remember Kath was saying, I'm the daughter of my mother's mother.
And we were like, whoa.
And I was like, what? Wait a minute. That's kind of cool. So I wrote that. I was like, oh my gosh, I got a melody. I'm the daughter. And they were like, okay, whatever. I remember just
The
like,
way that
I
it
was like,
like,
just trust me. I'm going to record it on my phone, whatever.
it like matched the words so well though, that melody.
Yeah, it did. Kath was throwing out all these lines. She's like, I'm still would you say that one? I'm still
Yeah.
there, everything has changed. And you're like,
If you knew me then, it would all make sense.
if you knew me then, it would all make sense. I was like, whoa.
And I'd like to
whoa.
think if you saw me now, you'd be proud. That was about your childhood self.
Yeah.
Yes. So basically, we all wrote like a big portion of the song. We like got the bones together. Then Lauren came in like the next day, and we're like, okay, Laura, this might be weird. I don't know, because I was like, I don't
She
know what
always
to
does
think.
this. She's about to show me like the best thing I've ever heard. She's like, I don't know. It's so weird. I don't
Okay.
know.
Honestly,
Honestly,
it's not the best.
I thought it was a little weird too.
It was
Like,
a little
it's
weird.
cool.
Like
I
daughter,
loved
like
it.
daughter of my mother's mother. I was like, I don't know if
It's
people are gonna like
unique.
that or
Oh
not.
my gosh.
I didn't know if you and Lisa would
I
like
have a
it.
creative mind.
Which, by the way, I will say that lyric on the daughter of my mother's mother gets the most comments we've ever gotten on a lyric. You guys are like, what?
So
the heck?
much co-
It's surprising to me, even though when I first
Oh, it's
heard
not
it,
surprising to me.
I was like, what does that mean? But I listen to a lot of songs that have more like lyrics that you like have to interpret.
like metaphorical.
yourself.
I never questioned it. I never thought it was strange. I was just like, wow.
I'd like to point out, I think it's funny that that's the lyric that's the most controversial, maybe that we've ever written. And people are saying they think it was written by AI or something. And it's funny because I do a lot of writing for the band, like captions, and I don't know if that was Amy.
It was me.
Amy started calling me Kath GPT, so it's kind of funny that They're like, it was written by AI, and I'm like, I guess I am AI.
Because I give Kat
Pretty
the
close.
prompt and then she
Not
makes
quite.
it better. Like people do on ChatGPT or whatever.
Also, I would like to explain that lyric really quick.
Yeah, you
Oh, yeah,
explain
okay, let's
it.
go
Because
with
everyone
that.
keeps, not everyone.
I guess we are gonna go.
I'm
with
sure.
the
Okay,
lyrics.
comment if you
A
actually.
lot of people call it and they're like, you guys, this is simple. Like,
Yeah. Well,
you're, like,
comment
not
if you
getting it.
like the lyric. It's all. You can also comment if you don't. That's
Yeah.
okay.
But
But
you can have
honestly,
whatever opinion you
it's
want.
fine if
Yeah.
you don't like it. But I will say my intention behind the
Her
lyric was.
interpretation.
Christina kind of explained this a little bit, but like. I was thinking about, well, we went back to, our grandma grew up in Iowa, so like we have a lot of Midwestern roots. We went back there for a family reunion a few years ago, and I had gone back for a wedding like the year before, so like I feel like I had spent like some time in Iowa in recent years, and I was thinking a lot about like how like when I went back there, it struck me like this is the town where our grandparents like met and fell in love. And I was thinking about our grandma
Like
and
our mom, you spend her summers there.
yeah, and like I was thinking about our grandma and everything that she's been through and how like that impacted our mom and that impacted us and how like you as like us as women, we are the product of Wait, why does it keep putting cowboy hats on?
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, if you
TikTok
can't
is
see-
putting weird
TikTok is
things
putting
on
cowboy
us.
Yeah,
hats
if you
on
can't
us, sorry.
see on TikTok, we just had cowboy hats and mustaches, but we'll continue on.
Yeah, we'll carry on.
I love how it's like hasn't been doing it, and then I'm doing this like serious part, and it's like, and here's a cowboy hat. But anyway, so yeah, I was just thinking about how like we are the product of the women who came before us, and like your family's like history can play out in like ripples, and it affects the younger generations. And also for me personally, like I feel like I had a really good relationship with my grandma, and I feel like there was a lot of good stuff that she passed on to our mom that that passed on to me. So yeah, that was like my intention, my heart behind the lyric that some people think was written by ChatGPT.
No, it was just Kath cheating.
But
You
I don't
little
know.
scoundrels
I
in the comments.
personally like the lyric, and I stand by it.
Yeah,
I
I like
do.
it too.
And it was like it had a lot of like it has a lot of
It has
meaning
a lot
behind
of
it.
heart.
It's
and a
always
lot of depth.
okay. I know from our career, it's always good when you have things that like get people talking
Angry.
and disagreeing. Like before, a lot was about like us being like really cringe. Basically, I mean, it still is. It still
still
is.
is.
But that was like our main kind of thing, like different variations of
Yeah.
cringe, whatever. So when I remember when we were like gonna post the song, I was like, oh, people are gonna enjoy this lyric, and
You
really
knew?
did.
I did not
Yes,
know.
I did.
I
had
didn't think
no
people would
clue.
care.
You guys really enjoyed it, so shout out to you for
Shout
to you for
out.
commenting and helping us with the engagement. Like seriously, thank you. I really appreciate
And
that.
thank you to
That
all of you
helped us a
guys who
lot.
have posted on your stories. That's one of the things that struck me the most this morning. Like I was going through and like looking at all the people that tagged me on Instagram, and it's crazy. Like people are putting their like country flags. There's people from all over the world like sharing the song, and it just like it makes me think about all the countries that we toured in and how amazing that was. And I'm just like, oh, this is like a little moment of like, just feels like a reminiscing moment. And I don't know. It put the cowboy hat on us again.
I
on
love it
TikTok.
when we're having a serious sentimental moment and then we have mustache.
It just knows. It knows.
It's too good.
It's like you're getting too sappy. I need to put a cowboy hat on you.
It's giving. What video is that? Live While We're Young? Where we all have mustaches?
Yeah, do you guys remember our Live While We're Young cover?
Oh man,
We all have
that
mustaches.
was such a moment in time when mustaches were so popular.
2000.
Was.
Was it
Moment in
2012?
time.
So we were gonna do a lyric like explanation, although okay, so guys, if you just joined, this is a release party for our new song, If You Knew Me Then. The first 24 hours of streaming are really important for the success of the song. They're really helpful if it does really well. So if you have it in your heart, if you have extra time, if you're like, I really want to help these gals out, how you do it is by just streaming it an extra time or 2 or 3. Send it to your mom. I was saying I think moms like this song, so I would say send it to your mom, see what she thinks.
Our mom likes this song. Our associate's mom likes this song.
So
I
sweet.
just see it,
Sounds like we're in
Ariel.
the
So okay, so lyric explanation. So what do we say?
It gets me every
Lydia,
time.
do we say the lyrics or do we just say the first verse is about this?
Yeah.
Let's say that.
Say the lyrics.
Let's say the lyrics.
Who has them?
They're
You?
right here.
Okay.
I think
Who's-
I
who
could
wants
say
to
them
read
all
it?
off of memory.
I
honestly.
could literally
Yeah.
say the
All
one
right.
I remember too.
Lyric explanation for our new
All right.
song, If You Knew Me Then.
Wait, am I reading the poem after this?
Yes.
Okay. All right. First verse. Back when driving down White Rock Road was an hour in the car with a pillow, and the evening sun melted gold rays in between all the shadows. The swing out front, the light green yard, and homemade strawberry ice cream. I don't remember feeling much back then, but I remember the oak tree. you want me to talk about it or just?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
lyric explanation.
Well, that's literally the
Explain it.
poem that I'm about to read. So.
Well, let's explain what it is.
Okay, that verse is inspired by. It's basically a poem that I wrote about going to our grandma's house. I think I wrote this in like 2015.
Yeah.
Um,
It's called End of
it's
Childhood.
called End of Childhood. I'm gonna read it for you in just a minute. But yeah, I feel like that will explain itself
What?
when I read it.
No, let's say so. White Rock Road. That doesn't tell them
Oh,
that.
okay.
White Rock Road is a road in Northern California, where we're from. That goes. Which direction
Somewhere.
is that? Which
I have
direction
no
is it?
clue.
Oh dang!
Oh,
I don't
it
know.
goes
Southeast.
southwest.
Wait, is Lodi
No,
That's
southwest?
where
South?
Lodi is. It's west. I know it's west.
Alright.
Lodi is
Southwest,
west?
guys. Just trust me.
Oh yeah.
No, east.
Yes, because we would go there on the way from LA to El Dorado Hills. Yes, we would go to Lodi first.
Okay.
Boom. Okay. So
Southwest.
White Rock Road is a road that goes from our hometown of El Dorado Hills, California, it's Northern California, to our grandma's our grandma's town where her house was, which was Lodi, California. So White Rock Road is that road.
And it would take us an hour to get there, so we'd be like, long drive, gotta bring a pillow for the
No,
car.
literally, we thought an
I
hour
don't
was
know
so
why.
long. Because
We
an
always
hour was
thought
so
Philip.
long. Our town was like small. You could drive across El Dorado Hills in like, I don't know, 10 minutes.
Did you guys do that if you had a car that was an hour as a kid where you're like, I gotta bring
Gotta
a
bring
pillow?
my pillow.
Or were we just incredibly dramatic? Please let us know. All right, so that
And I'd just like to say really quick, like painting the picture, because I was thinking about this when I was listening to the song this morning. It was almost like we went back in time because like in our hometown, it was very like a newer town. It was very like suburbia, whereas like the town where our grandma lived, which was our childhood home that our mom grew up in, it was like this really beautiful like country area that our grandma lived, surrounded by vineyards. And it just had this like very old school feeling to it.
farm animals.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's beautiful. And it was
Well,
like
because she really lived in the town. She lived like outside.
Train.
Yeah,
Wasn't there a
outside of the
train?
town.
Train.
Yes.
There's like a loud train you would hear over there. It was just awesome.
it was beautiful.
Lodi is so pretty. So we're just like those were all the descriptive words, like describing our grandma's house basically, and then like that road. All right, so then we get to the pre.
Yeah.
So Amy, you wrote this.
Oh,
one,
I
right?
wrote this. Stuck somewhere in between all these endless endings and beginnings, which is pretty self-explanatory. Lisa used to say to me, life is not a before and after. It's a series of beginnings and ends. And Lisa's right about everything, which she's very right about that. So I was like, dang, I'm stuck in between all these beginnings and endings and beginnings and
Yeah, it's
endings.
like you never end.
Yeah.
The endings and beginnings.
No, it doesn't.
So we go to the chorus, which we explain the first line. Why don't you read the chorus?
I'm the daughter of my mother's mother. Shout out to Phyllis, our grandma. Gonna
Oh,
drive
sorry.
all night to California. Back to green carpet and white houses. If you knew me then, it would all make sense.
So literally, we said daughter of my mother, about mother's mother. Katherine explained that, and then like driving like to California. Do you need to explain that? Just like go
It's
back.
saying like, I want to go back in time.
Because we live in Tennessee now. We
Yeah,
don't live
we-
in California anymore.
Green carpets and white houses is our childhood home, especially like Kath and I had green carpets in there, especially like in our bedroom upstairs. So I mean that's kind of uncommon, so I always think about the green carpet there. And then white houses is the our grandma's house is white.
And it was like a really bright green carpet, wasn't it? Sorry.
It was like a dark green.
Yeah.
And if you knew me then, it all makes sense. It's like, if you knew me when I was young, you get why I'm how I am now.
Yes, we were talking about that on the podcast, how it's like you don't have that many friends once you get into their 20s and 30s. You might have kept up somewhat, but you don't have that many people in who your like everyday life who knew you when you were like 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oftentimes it's only like your siblings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely have some friends, but they don't live here. Like I moved, they don't live here. Like the people I know here, they didn't know me then. And it's like the people who knew you then when you were 5, when you were 6, like to know how you were growing up, it really makes sense of you in your 30s, whatever. It adds so much to who you are. When it's weird when you get to know someone, you like ask them about like their childhood and stuff, and you have to like kind of visualize like, oh, okay, I think that makes sense. Yeah, that's interesting, whatever. But when you were actually there, it's a different story. And it's funny to think of like someone when you think of them as a 7-year-old because you remember that, and then you're like, oh
Yeah.
my gosh, this like 33-year-old woman in front of me, like I remember her as a 7-year-old on swim team, like being silly, whatever. So I like that sentiment. So let's go on to the second verse. This is our lyric explanation for our new song, If You Knew Me Then. This is the release party. It just came out today. And if you want to support us, the best thing to do is stream it as much as you can today in the first 24 hours. That really helps the success of the song. So thank you guys so much. Like I said, the streams are already doing way better than our last release we did. So great improvement. So I'm really happy with that. Awesome. Let's go to the second verse. So Kath, read out the lyrics for
Okay,
us.
so this part is also from the poem that I'm going to read. This first part. Driving back in the almost dark, whispery car on the gravel. And then the next part's not.
I never heard the word whispery, if that is a word in a song before, or in life, actually.
I mean, think about when you're driving back from, like, in our case, our grandma's house, late, like it was like nighttime and it was dark. And
I mean,
like the car is hitting the gravel and it's like shh.
I have such a clear picture. When you listen to the song, you get. So that's the cool thing is when you listen to the song, you're giving yourself like a sensory experience almost because you get like
so many pictures
enveloped in this song, and
nostalgia.
It is quite the experience. We haven't been able to listen to the song in summer yet because we wrote it in the fall, and right now it's spring. Listening to the song in the summer at sunset, evening, night is going to hit so hard.
We
just say
when Christina said the demo, me and Ariel off cam, we went for a drive in the country listening to it while it was still warm out. It was magical.
It's gonna hit so hard. Anyway, so continue on with the lyric explanation.
Okay, this next one I think Amy wrote this. Right?
What did I write?
Running between the vineyards.
No, Lauren.
Oh, Lauren, sorry. Lauren, running between the vineyards fades to my rollerblades on the blacktop. You want?
That's just saying like I ran in the vineyard. I was rollerblading.
Our childhood. Yeah, childhood.
We did a lot of running and a lot of rollerblading.
Yeah. And then Amy. Now my life is filled with stop signs and signing on dotted lines. And I'm haunted by what I've lost. And I'm watching the clock and it won't stop. Wow, I get chills when I read that.
I wrote the first part, she wrote the second part. I was just like, the tragedies of being an adult. There's like stop signs and dotted lines, and you're just like,
Basically, for this song, everyone either said lyrics in person or I took the lyrics home with me, and I like pieced together a ton of stuff, and then Lauren added like the final pieces.
Yeah.
So I was doing like music, production, piecing everything together. Lauren was finishing up, and then also finishing on adding on production. Yeah. So that's kind of how the song went, and then we're to second?
The bridge.
Oh, the bridge.
Yeah, well, the chorus repeats.
Boom.
And then the bridge is, I'm still the same, but everything has changed.
Repeat, a million times.
And I wrote that one, and I mean, it really was just about like your childhood and how, for me, it's like I have 3 little kids now, I'm married, and I was thinking about my childhood self and like, just how much everything has changed, but I still like look at pictures of myself and I can remember how I felt and who I was, and I feel like that like little girl inner child is still like inside of me. That was what I was thinking when I wrote that.
Yeah, I don't feel different really, except for like maturity, I guess, from when I was 7. Like I remember like that is the same person, which is, you don't think that when you're 7. You think when you're 30s you're gonna be so different, like, but I'm like, this is the same person.
Same gal.
Which is weird.
No, yeah.
So I love that.
I was driving today and I was listening to the song when I was going to pick up my groceries. And I was just getting teary listening to the bridge because I was like, oh my gosh, like it is crazy how much has changed since like I was a kid. And I don't know, it's really like, I feel like everyone can listen to that part and like relate to it when you're like older. And then the last part of the bridge is, I'd like to think if you saw me now, you'd be proud. Also a shout out to like the younger child. That was what I thought of when I originally wrote it. But then when I was listening back to the song in the entirety, I was kind of like, I feel like this could also be about our grandma. Like, because she was a really big fan and supporter of our band. Like, she was there in the early days. And she, like, watched every video that we put out. Like, she would always, like, tell us about it and just, like, share it with, like, her friends and stuff. And, I don't know. I definitely think of her. And, like, I thought of her today when I was driving and listening to it. And I was like, Grandma would be so proud of this song and she would love it. So, yeah, that's another, like, little sub part just for me personally. Yeah.
And then do you want to read your poem now?
Yeah, so this is the original poem that I wrote, I don't know, back in 2015 that is called End of Childhood, and this inspired, like, you'll hear in the song what this inspired. And you can also hear what we changed. Back when driving to Grandma's house was an hour in the car with a pillow, and the evening sun melted gold rays over the splintery wood of the swing out front. and the sweet grass left itchy feet and smelled like summer on the long, warm nights. We ate homemade strawberry ice cream with those big red chunks of berry cold. We stood brightly in the thinning, light green yard. I don't remember feeling much back then, just terrified and numb, and a nostalgia that hurt. Eating inside of me, driving back home in the almost dark, whispery car, gravelly roads, my heart out on a thin, quavery line, trembling, wondering what was to come, and how much longer I could cling, terrified, to childhood's unsteady hand.
Oh, got him.
Too good.
Got him. Wait, that was 10 years ago now, writing that.
Yeah, oh my gosh, that's crazy.
So then you were what?
I was 23.
23?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Guys,
makes
I'd like to
sense.
point out that quavery is one of my all-time favorite words. It's
Isn't
a mix
it?
of
Is it fake?
quiver and waver. No,
Is
it's a
it
real
real?
word. It's a real word. It's a
I
hybrid
can
word.
never remember which
Quiver
ones
and
are real,
waver.
which ones are
Is it
fake.
really?
Yes.
It doesn't seem real.
Someone, no, never mind.
Quiver
Someone
and
Google
waver. Quaver.
Yeah, someone
It's a
Google
word.
that.
I believe you,
Okay.
Kat.
I love
Because I
hybrid
know
words.
some of yours are fake, no offense, and some of them are
No,
real.
some of my words were like, I thought they were a real word, but they weren't. Such as
Okay.
embodify.
But that's so real, though.
I thought
That
that
could
was
so
a
be
real word.
real.
Yes.
Okay, our fact checker said quaver is a word.
All
All right, so let's move
Thank
along
you. It's a
to
great
the
word.
merch reveal. All right, we got 2 brand new pieces for
Yay.
the merch reveal.
All
Laura,
right, I low-key revealed
That's
this
not mine.
already. Oh, this is my.
merch
And
maven.
I did that video with Lisa on my Instagram. If you saw
Did
it,
anyone
I don't know.
notice?
A few people did, but it was under the radar. Okay, so we got If You Knew Me Then, White Crew. This is embroidered.
Embroidery.
Yellow, If You Knew Me Then, with a pink, it would all make sense. And then on the back, we have everyone's favorite line. Daughter of my mother's mother.
I love
This is
it.
not embroidered. This is just printed on. Yeah, so this is a nice spring kind of crew neck. It's like a lighter feel to it.
Yeah, I just wore it outside in the 70-degree heat, and I actually didn't break a sweat. So it is a
It was
lighter
great.
sweatshirt.
It's soft. Yeah, I think it's a good spring look.
It's really
just
cool because
saying.
it's embroidered. I love embroidery.
Mhm. Yeah, we tried to do embroidered on this shirt. It didn't turn out well, so we redid it and just printed it. So this is If You
I
Knew Me
love
Then.
it.
It all makes sense in white. This is a little more of a simple look, if a more simple gal, as most of us are.
Mm.
Not me, but most of us.
Not me.
And this got the same daughter of my mother's mother in yellow on the back. A flattering blue.
It's
Baby
such a
blue
good color
color.
on me.
For
Comfort
us
colors.
cool-toned girlies.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. It's the Comfort Colors tee, if you know, you know. It's kind of like the favorite of the nation.
It's the best.
So when does this come out, Laura? Are we
That's a
announcing
great
when?
question, actually. So
When does it
these are
come
going to be available for pre-order for only 10 days. So when the pre-order goes up on,
April 4th.
you have 10 days to pre-order this, and then done. So
Over.
make sure you're following closely and you're ready.
Yeah,
get
this
it.
is like kind of like a secret announcement just to you guys.
Yeah, we didn't
'Cause-
announce it to everyone yet.
Yeah, we're not announcing on our pages and everything till Monday. So you guys heard it here first.
Exclusive for everyone joining, which thank you guys so much for joining. So let's give you a little seriously, thank you guys. Like, you don't know how much it means to us. There's so many musicians in the world who dream of having people who will actually listen to their music, and they put songs out there and nobody listens, and we actually have people listening. Like, that is the ultimate dream, to actually have people who are like wanting your music, who are like, this song helped me so much, I love these songs, they mean so much to me. Like, that, it is such a dream come true. So to know that we are living, that is the dream of every artist, to know that you actually have people who genuinely want to hear your art is so incredible. So thank you guys so much. There's so many ups and downs. There's negativity to deal with. There's challenges, blah, blah, blah. But we smashed through it all.
We did.
We're here to stay. Sorry, we had Lauren gave us a locker room pep talk yesterday. And
Oh,
It
yeah.
was good.
it really got me in a good mindset. But I mean, guys, we've been here for a while. We're
Yeah.
pushing through. We have goals. We have a message. We have things to share. We have things to say. And we're here to supply you with the music it's like music for your 20s, 30s, 40s, I would say, where you're like in that next phase
Yeah.
of life of adulthood, where you're like, oh my gosh. and you've been through a lot. That's what I want to tell you. What the songs we're working on our album coming out. We went through a lot in especially the years of like 2019 through 2023-ish, I would say. That kind of about like 4 years-ish. We went through a lot of different experiences. There was, I mean, everyone really did with COVID. There were so many things happening, so much happening. And we went through a lot, and we didn't really write about it, but we experienced a lot. We went to a lot of therapy. We had a lot of thoughts and feelings. We journaled a lot. We talked a lot. And now is the time where we pour our hearts out into this album with all of these songs, and we really get into what we've been through and like what we want to share with you. And I know that it is stuff that is going to really touch you guys, and it's like stuff that you really want songs about this stuff, but you didn't even know you did want a song about it, or you didn't know there could be a song about it.
Yeah.
It's like songs for like life. I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of hard
It's
to
like
explain.
songs for your healing journey.
Yeah.
It really is songs for your healing
Very
journey.
reflective.
Yeah, it's
Definitely our most reflective album.
it's really cool. Like, we've written these songs that like really touch all of us. And there's so many times you write a song and you're like, huh. But like when you write a song and you like we send it to the group and everyone's like, oh my gosh, I'm tearing up. Oh my gosh, I'm crying. Like it really touches you. I noticed when we experience that, you guys experience that. It's like a universal thing. So I know for a fact that at least one song of this album is gonna really hit you in some way, and for some of you, every single song will. I know it will because it has really affected us, and that's never happened before where something has deeply touched us and not touched other people. That's never happened. So I feel really confident in saying that. So I guess to wrap it up, we just want to say thank you guys. Reminder that these first 24 hours are so important for new songs, and we're in that time window right now. So the more streams it gets in the first 24 hours, the more Spotify is going to like push it out and like basically like promote the song essentially. So if you want to support us, the best way is like sharing it on your social media and streaming as much as you can.
And making TikToks.
Make
making
TikToks.
TikToks.
We have done a lot of like, what would you call that? Like videos of like different
Templates for you
ways.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can make it with like still the same, but everything has changed, like childhood memories, or like I just did one that was like, if you knew me then, it all makes sense. It was like me as a kid, me now. There's like some cool, like fun ideas.
And
we've
also
done.
we've been like, we repost your videos that you make.
Yeah, if you make TikToks too, it will definitely repost.
Yeah,
Or just singing the
I'm
song.
in the chat, I'm reposting, I'm commenting, like,
Or just
we're
like
there watching.
a landscape. I don't know, whatever
Anything that,
flows with your creativity.
make a video with your mom.
Go check out our TikTok / Instagram if you need ideas. We have plenty of ideas of what to do for a TikTok to our new song, If You Knew Me Then, that just came out. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you guys.
All right, guys. Thank you for your support, and we'll see you in the comments. We'll see your TikToks. We'll see you in our DMs on Instagram. We'll see you guys. Thank you for supporting us. You're the best. Every time that cowboy hat comes on, it's just cracking me up.
I love it.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys. Thank you for your support. Go stream If You Knew Me Then.
Yay!